Hey, it's Laura. Welcome back. Today we're just going to do some garden updates. I have some projects that I've been working on that I want to share with you guys. And maybe we'll have a little chat too. So let's go. So one of the things that I've been really wanting to share with you is my new screen door project. This is something that I had in mind for like a really long time. I didn't ever like our screen door. It was just white plastic, whatever. This is like one of those older style, like wooden screen doors, like the whole thing is screen. It really feels like old fashioned. I don't know how to explain that. And then these are like, I think they were marketed as bookends from Michael's last year. I think they were $9.99 each, but of course at Michael's, you guys know you can always get stuff on sale. So I snatched these up then, that was a year ago, because I had this project in mind. And then we got the door and we finally got around to it. So I love it. I will put in some footage of how we did it, but basically I got these guys. They have a little spider on here. I think I'm going to paint the spider purple on all of them. But we got these guys, and then we got epoxy. Is that what it's called? Like epoxy resin. You have to like mix two things together and it bonds really tight. So we put these in all four corners. And I love it. I am obsessed. I love this so much. It's exactly how I wanted it to look. I couldn't love it anymore, except I do have an idea for this spot right here. I'm thinking about putting like a piece of wood. Drew says that we can make it interchangeable, which would be even better. But I was thinking just a piece of wood there with some kind of witchy saying, maybe like sit a spell or something. Blessed be, I don't know. As above, so below, maybe. That'd be a good one. That'd be fun. So anyway, so that's my screen door project. I love it. I'm so happy with it. And then this project was super duper easy. I'm sure you've seen on Pinterest, and I showed this in my garden tour, but it's just a wheelbarrow. We had this wheelbarrow and it still works and everything, but it did have a couple of issues. And I always liked the way that this project looked. So I'm like, let me do that. So basically we just took off the front wheel and like the thing that holds it in place, tipped it over, and then I planted it up with these white petunias, which are super petunias that I got on clearance for $2. They're amazing. And then I put a little fairy house in here. Whoa. Excuse me, I'm almost falling over here. But it looks cute. I think it could use a gnome. I don't have any like little gnomes or fairies left. I'm real particular about the ones that I buy. I just don't like all of them. So I like to buy like vintage ones, or they just have to be perfect. So, but I definitely am on the hunt for more. And the most exciting thing is that the pond is full. You guys know I've been working in this area for a while. Drew dug this out for me. He helped me dig it out, and then we lined it with a couple things, and now it does have kind of a low spot over here, so I can't make the water any higher, but I'm okay. This is going to be a wildlife pond. That's its intention. I'm not going to put a filter in it. I'm just going to add more plants. And I hope to attract like tons and tons of frogs. I'm a little bit worried about snakes because I did have a really small pond once, and this snake like took over the yard. And he was like terrorizing me. Like literally he was coming at me. I didn't like it. Okay. So I'm a little wary of snakes, but I think I'm going to put like a little, like one of those little short fences around, just so that when the wildlife does start to migrate here, that boomer doesn't, go in there and get himself bit by a snake. But I guess a snake can go through a fence. No problem. Anyway, so I added a little bit of creeping Jenny. You can kind of see that. And I did put a couple of hostas around the edge, but I just did it yesterday and it's hot. So they're not that happy right now. But I like the way it looks so far. Obviously I don't like the plastic, the black that's showing. I wish I could make the water level a little bit higher, but I can't really. So hopefully it will just like get all algaed up and then it'll be green. And I think I'm going to add more rocks to the inside of it also. And you can see I'm kind of slowly working my way around the edge with some wood chips and stuff to cover up the black things. Right now there's a bubbler in here. And that's all. Just a bubbler. Just to keep the water moving to hopefully discourage any mosquitoes from laying their eggs in here. That's like the one thing. I really don't want bugs. But you know, frogs kind of need bugs to live. So anyway, so that's the pond project, and that is looking great, and I'm happy with it. And now we just have to finish the rest of like the area back here to make it look nicer. I'll give you guys a little update on the pumpkins because I know you know that I've been struggling with getting them to pop up. I have 4, but I did find out who the culprit is. It's a cardinal. So there's a cardinal that's been coming and taking the seeds. I saw him literally just like chomping them right in front of me. Like he did not care at all. So anyway, there are 4 that popped up over here. Hopefully they will make it. But I do have the one that's coming out of the pot in here. So at least they have something started on the arch. But man, I really wanted this to be way more full by now. And then I do have my volunteers over here. These 2 are volunteers from last year. And they're actually quite big. And, oh, look at this baddie. I'm going to kill him as soon as I'm done here. But I do have some females here that have taken already. So that makes me happy. That means I will have pumpkins at least. I am happy about that. And I do have one more in the front that's growing in a pot too also. I think it's a little Jack Be Little, which I love. I love the little ones. And the last little project I did was just this. I have this bike. I got it a few years ago. It's purple. I love it. But, you know, the tires are flat and it needs some work and stuff. And I never use it. So I thought, let me do one of those deals. Let me put the bike as a decoration. Now, usually people will put like a basket of flowers in the front, which makes sense. But since we're witchy around here, I thought I'd make it like a witch's bike. And actually, I was thinking of adding a few more things. Let me show you what I have so far. I have this little witchy book on the back. And then in here, I just have like this little potion thing, a spoon. And these are not looking good, but there's just some herbs and a little book in there that's like supposed to be her, or my, because I'm the witch, little spell book. But I was thinking it might be fun to do like a Wicked Witch type deal, and maybe throw, like, I'll just buy like a pair of striped black and white socks, maybe throw those in there and hang them over, so you kind of get the vibe that it's the Wicked Witch. Does that make sense? And the other thing I was thinking about doing is adding a little DIY lamppost behind it, because I'm afraid it's going to fall over. It's been standing for about a week, so it might be okay, but I think I'd like it to lean on something. Let me show you guys my wildflower patch. Last year this was pumpkins, and this year I wanted to turn it into a wildflower area, and I thought it was doing really, really bad, but now that the heat is on, it's doing great. There's a lot of stuff in here. I know it doesn't look like it because nothing's blooming yet, but there's a ton of stuff in here. This is a calendula That's a little guy. That's the only one that's blooming, but you can see I got a bunch of cosmos in here. Some verbena. More cosmos. I have some zinnias in here. These, I planted like 1 billion of these seeds. They're queen lime red that I saved from last year. But a lot of them didn't take, or maybe they got eaten. I know zinnias are one of the things that they really like to eat, those seeds, the critters. So, but it's looking all right. That side is a little bit more bare. Probably because it doesn't hold on to as much water as this side. Because it's a little bit of a slope. But so far so good. And I will probably do a front garden tour soon, so you guys can see everything. What else is going on? The other day, I let Boomer out without, like, warning first. Usually when I open the door to let him out, like first thing in the morning, or if we haven't been outside in a while, I'll cough or make like a noise to alert the groundhogs or anyone that might be in the yard that we're coming outside. I didn't do it, and Boomer tussled with the groundhog, one of them. One of them is still small enough to come through a little crack under the back of the house. Drew sealed it up pretty good in the back, but there's still one crack that they can fit through, I guess. So anyway, I let him out and I hear like, I run over and I just see him and like the brownness, you know, like the little, anyway, it made it back under the house. Boomer's really bad at like fighting or biting because he's a flat face. He's a Pekingese. So when even when he tries to bite like a person, you know, he doesn't have as much of a grip, right? And he doesn't want to bite the groundhog. He wants to play with it, but they don't want to play. He did do this one. This happened once before with the mom groundhog a couple years ago. But this was one of the babies, I think. I hope it's okay. I hope he didn't get it. I don't think he did. I checked him out afterwards. I think everyone's going to be fine. I just think that the groundhog is probably a little bit traumatized. Boomer's fine, though. Aside from his health issues, he's having some problems with one of his legs and possibly his back. So there's that. But other than that, everything's going good. The girls are done with school, obviously. It's almost freaking 4th of July. I can't believe it. Ivy, my oldest, I don't know if I mention their names very often, but Ivy is my oldest. She's going to be doing more rowing this summer with her crew, so that's exciting. And then my other daughter, Ruby, is going to be doing a few things as well, so we're excited. And so anyway, so that is pretty much it for this week, I think. Yeah, I think so. I was gonna share with you one thing about the bachelor's buttons, but they're looking a little bit better. I was concerned because, you know, I planted black bachelor's buttons, and one of them, it was like one of the first ones to bloom too, bloomed like fluorescent pink. And I am not a fan of pink, so I didn't like that, and I just ripped it out and threw it on the ground. So anyway, but the rest of them, they do look okay. I have one that came up blue. I'm not sure what that's all about, because I'm sure it was from the same packet, but whatever. I like blue anyway. Okay, I guess that's it. Let's wrap it up. I'll talk to you guys next week, okay? Thank you so much for coming by, for listening to me rant, for checking out my garden with me. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.